So China just basically told Walmart they could kick rocks. You guys know that there has been a new 20% tariff implemented on all goods coming in from China. Basically anything that we here import from the country of China. And Walmart, love them or hate them, they get a lot of stuff from China, like a huge amount of stuff from China. And Walmart was like, listen, we buy a lot from you guys. Let's reach out to Chinese government and say, hey, we're one of your biggest shoppers, because basically that's what it comes down to. Walmart buys shops in China for lower price items to then bring here to the United States to sell to us for lower prices, right? That's the whole gimmick behind Walmart. Well, Walmart reaches out to China and they say, listen, I understand that Trump has put these 20% tariffs on everything that we're going to import from you guys, but we really want to keep our prices low for our clients here in the United States of America and whatever other country they may be in, right? And they say, we'd like you guys to basically give us a 10% discount. We're not going to ask you to eat the entire amount of the tariff, which is in theory 20%. But Walmart's like, we'd like to, split it down the middle, if you will. You give us a 10% discount. That way, when these tariffs are being paid, it doesn't completely ruin business for both sides, for China and for Walmart, the company itself, which then in theory keeps prices lower for people like you and I and everybody else who goes to Walmart trying to find the most amount of stuff for the least amount of money, right? China heard that and China thought about it and they said, no. You're going to pay the tariffs because we're not going to pay any of these tariffs. If you want the products, you're going to pay the prices and you're going to have to put those prices forward to your customers. Again, meaning you and I. So Walmart's like, well, crap, now we're kind of like a rock and a hard place. We could either try to buy more things from outside of China, other countries, or, heaven forbid, here in the United States of America itself. Or we can slowly raise prices for certain things that maybe people won't notice as much. If you raise something 5 cents here, 10 cents there, at the end of the day, the tariffs will basically pay for themselves with the increases that we will give to the American people. I don't know how Walmart wins and I don't know how Walmart loses here. I don't know what the best option is going to be for them and what it really truly means for you and I. Because Walmart, they've been in business forever and a day. Sam Walton, the original man of Walmart, who was all about everything being made in America and everything was, America this, America that. A lot of people say he's probably rolling over in his grave now because the children and the grandchildren and the whatnots of Sam Walton have turned Walmart into something that he would not recognize. It is filled to the rafters, to the brim, with stuff from other countries and very few American-made products. And the American-made products that are in there obviously are going to cost more than the products that are imported, which is always going to be a weird thing to me when you're paying less to get something from overseas than you are to get something that's made right here in the US of A. But it comes down to a couple different things. One of them obviously being labor. I don't want to say slave labor, but we're going to go with that right now because there is a lot of talk about how companies are paying very, very little money to have things made almost illegally in other countries just so they can get it here and be able to sell it for a cheaper price, which may be why people like to buy from outside of our country and not in our country, because here in the good old US of A, we do have labor laws that must be abided by companies. And when they're not, like, meat manufacturing plants that are, hiring illegal children to work at night who are underage and should not be working in meat packing plants or meat processing plants and things like that, you're going against labor laws. And it hurts everybody in the long run because when they get caught, they get fined. When those fines have to get paid, the price you pay for their products goes through the roof so they can cover their fines. Now, Walmart, good old Walmart, them having to pay the difference of a 20% tariff, you think to yourself, oh man, that's really going to hurt us here in the United States. No, it's not. It's really not. Unless they decide to price gouge the crap out of everything, that 20% tariffs is not going to hurt us that much because at the end of the day, they're still going to make their record profits that they've been making over the last couple of years. Remember, at the hardest times for the citizens of this country, when we were all having a hard time going into work, we were having a hard time keeping jobs, we were having a hard time paying because of all the inflation and everything else, these companies were still making hand over fist profit while they bitched and moaned about the prices of everything going up and, saying they're doing what they have to do, they're still making record profit. So at this point in time, if Walmart really wants to do the right thing when it comes to how they're going to price things despite the tariffs, they won't raise the prices. They have enough profit that they could easily still pay those tariffs, not put the cost onto us, the consumer, and still make plenty of profit. That 20% tariff is not going to hurt them. It's not going to put them out of business. What it could do, though, if they pass that 20% tariffs along to the consumers. It may be the difference between somebody getting a healthy meal for their family and a pack of ramen noodles, or being able to buy an outfit for work versus not being able to buy an outfit for work or a job interview or whatever else. Baby food versus non-baby food, dog food versus non-dog food, certain things, right? Those tariffs, at the end of the day, although I do not believe personally they're going to be massive, I do not trust corporations not to inflate them to make it a bigger deal than it is. We pay as a country, we pay tariffs to all these other countries. It's only right that we now charge tariffs to other countries. It makes perfect sense to me. We can't continuously give our money away and not recoup any of it back, right? So I'm not mad about tariffs. Not in the least am I mad about tariffs. Are things going to go up in price? Obviously. Will I still buy those things? It kind of depends on what those things are and exactly how much they go up in price. Other things will go down in price because companies will no longer buy from other countries, and they'll find ways to get it done here, or they'll find ways to buy from countries who don't have the same tariffs in and out, right? There's going to be all kinds of ups and downs and new ways that things are going to be manufactured and bought and sold and whatever in the next couple of years. And I think it's going to be a great thing. But at the end of the day, I am very curious to see exactly how Walmart is going to deal with this and what is going to happen on the shelves with the prices, because like I said, we get a ton of stuff. Now, this is what one of the officials in China said. He said, our relevant departments have reached out to Walmart to further understand the situation, and the company has provided an explanation. This is somebody named He Yongquan, a spokesperson for the Commerce Ministry. He says, a Walmart spokesperson said the company's purpose is to help people save money and live better. Our conversations with suppliers are all aimed at making our purpose a reality for millions of customers, and we will continue to work closely with them to find the best way forward during these uncertain times. So, at the end of the day, you have here, Walmart can either raise prices, right, which we've talked about, risking a rebuke from the U.S. consumer that would impact its own bottom line, or it can press suppliers. Again, like we talked about, risking the ire of the Chinese government. The Chinese backlash also contradicts U.S. Treasury Secretary, unfortunately, Scott Bessent's prediction this month that Chinese manufacturers will eat the tariffs and prices for U.S. consumers won't go up. Obviously, not everybody's going to be happy about these tariffs. China is not going to want to pay tariffs. They want to be able to sell as much as humanly possible and make their own massive amount of profit at the same time that we obviously want to be able to buy as much as possible and still turn around and make profit, right? If you're a company, there has got to be a middle ground. China saying no, they're not going to meet Walmart in the middle, I think will end up changing. I hear it, I see it, I understand that both of them are going to like hold to their guns and what is that game? Play chicken, when you're like back in the day, like in the cars and you're going at each other, who's going to turn first kind of thing. That's what's going to happen here with China and Walmart. It's inevitable that there will be some sort of give at some point. Remember when Donald Trump said he was going to impose the tariffs on Canada and Mexico, and there was all this, ire and all this talk and all this, puffing up of chest and everything else. And then Canada and Mexico backed down and, basically gave in to the demands that Trump was making. China may then have to give in to the demands that Walmart's making, because if Walmart were to say, you know what, that's fine. You want to play hardball, we'll play hardball. We're not going to buy half of these products for you anymore. What's China going to do? Walmart is a massive part of their economy overall. So they can puff up their chest and be all, no, we're not going to do anything and help you and you're going to pay the full tariffs. But at the end of the day, they have to scratch each other's backs. It cannot be a one way or the other. It's going to have to be in the middle. And I personally, I'm going to be paying attention to this. And I'm hoping that soon I can bring you the I told you so kind of moment where China goes, fine, we'll eat 10%. We'll eat half, you eat half. Everybody's happy. It's right down the middle. Everybody wins and everybody loses equally, because nobody wants high prices. And meaning here in the US, Walmart, nobody wants high prices, and China does not want to lose one of their biggest buyers, because then that hurts their suppliers, which then hurts their economy in the long run. It's going to be a very interesting game. Outside of Walmart though, would you guys like a little bit of good news for Costco and Sam's Club? Because I got it for you. So Costco and Sam's Club, you guys know they have their own gas pumps at the stores, right? Gas pumps. I think they have diesel too. I'm pretty sure they have both. I'm not positive though, because I don't fill up at either place. Although I do have a membership to both places. I've never filled up there. My mom, when she lived in Georgia, would go to Costco all the time early to fill up, right? Well, Costco's now saying, and Sam's Clubs are saying that they're going to keep their pumps open an hour later and open an hour earlier. So now I think they're saying that from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Friday, the pumps are going to be open, which I know helps a lot of people because a lot of people go into work very early. A lot of people get out of work very late. So this would give you the ability Monday through Friday, extra hour in the front, extra hour in the back end to get the fuel that you need at both Costco and Sam's Club. And then they're also saying that same thing on the weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays, an hour earlier in the morning, an hour later at night. And on top of that, for people who love Chick-fil-A, let me just give you the highlight of Costco right now. If you go to like Walmart and Target and every other grocery store, Publix, Kroger, Fred Meyer, whoever else you have, you can find the Chick-fil-A sauces. You know, it used to be you had to go to Chick-fil-A and, you know, at the end of order, they say, would you like any sauce with that? And you go, yes, I'll take a Polynesian. Yes, I'll take a Chick-fil-A sauce. Yes, I'll take a honey mustard. And they hand it over to you, say thank you. And they say, my pleasure. And you go about your day and you go eat your French fries and dip them in whatever, right? Well, then they said, hey, we're gonna have to start limiting the amount of sauces we give you sometimes because y'all are getting a little greedy with it. And then Chick-fil-A said, hey, instead of that, how about we find a way to really make a little extra dollar here and let's sell it to them on the grocery store shelves because, you know, it's all about making the money at the end of the day and they keep giving it away for free in their stores. Why do that when they know people will go to the grocery stores to sell this, to buy the sauces, right? And the salad dressings. So now Costco, they're like, hey, we'll do one better than your Walmart and your Target and your Publix and whatever. You can go there and get 16-ounce bottles. Well, Costco is now doing this thing where you get a double pack of 24-ounce bottles. In case you were curious, they are trying to one-up everybody. If you happen to have a Costco membership, you can go there and get, I'm going to show you this here. Chick-fil-A is coming to Costco and Sam's Club for the first time ever. That's the name of this whole entire thing. Let's see if I can find it here. I had it pulled up and then it went away. I want to show you. Oh, nope. Oh, I found more good news while we're sitting here looking for this. I was looking for the picture of the 2-pack they're going to have at Costco. Well, now they're saying that these are going to be on the grocery store shelves too. So right now their salad dressing, I think, is that garlic herb ranch. And I know some of y'all may not care about this, but a lot of people do, weirdly. And then the dressings or the dipping sauces they have, like on the shelves, I think right now are only Polynesian, Chick-fil-A sauce, and the barbecue sauce. Those are the 3 they have. Well, now they're putting out the zesty buffalo sauce and the honey mustard sauce. So, hey, Chick-fil-A trying to win on every front here, regular grocery stores and Sam's Club and Costco. So while we're all worried about Walmart tariffs, Costco's out here, or Chick-fil-A's out here going, hey, listen, let's just find a way to make more money. If we're gonna have to lose out in certain aspects because people don't like what they've been doing to their French fries lately, they taste like shit. I don't know if you've had a Chick-fil-A French fry in the last couple months, but they changed something they do with it. I don't like them personally. People are complaining that the chicken is thin. Sometimes the chicken is like chewy. A lot of issues people have been having with Chick-fil-A lately. So this is their way of kissing a little butt and trying to make some money where they're losing out in their restaurants. They're like, fine, we'll put the sauces in the store because people love a good sauce to dip things in. Very weirdly true. But either way, we had the bad news of Walmart and China fighting it out in the front, but in the back end of the video, we get the good news of Chick-fil-A sauces at Costco and Sam's Club and your regular grocery stores. Call this a win-win. You get a little bad with the good. When people ask you, do you want good news or bad news first? I always say bad news first because I want the last thing I hear to be the good news, not the opposite way around. Because I feel like if you hear good last, it helps keep your mood a little higher versus if you hear bad last, and then that's what you're going to be focused on, right? So let's forget about the tariffs and Walmart and whatnot, and let's be really excited about the zesty buffalo sauce from Chick-fil-A on your local grocery store shelf. So that's that, Squirrel Tribe. I love you guys immensely. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your Monday, my dudes, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.